on a real one. On my mama and God, you the real thing. Can't even cap to me, know you feel something. Yeah, you wanted a million and you show it. What you want, is it really that important? You've been on my mind and I really can't ignore it. Little baby, you a 10. When I'm in it, I got you going, oh. I can't even help it. I don't think I want to. Know that I've been on you. Ooh, oh. Tell me that you want it. Little baby, you a 10. Can I run it back again? Laid up, we paid up and faded on top of it. Ain't really used to this, I ain't ever had. For the bare minimum, we doing lavish. I was down bad, really acting like I had it. You seen right through it, knew I was catting up. Still let me hit it till you cashed out, it adding up. Lately, been adding up. What you want, I'm activated. Way you looking at me with the miles, hella captivated. Know you had you a long day, you agitated. I can get you off no medication, have you elevated. Can't fix the world, but I bet I fix that attitude. Mood on Big 10 when I fall through, it's all you. Slide through the town by the lake shore. Used to ride tank to the last drop in the Acura. Really, I was down bad, I was acting up. Somehow you still ain't had enough, yeah. Ride for a real one, yeah. Slide on a real one. On my mama and God, you the real thing. Can't even cap to me, know you feel something. Yeah, you wanted a million and you show it. What you want, is it really that important? You've been on my mind and I really can't ignore it. Little baby, you a 10. Wait a minute, I got you going. I can't even help it. I don't think I want to. Know that I've been on you. Tell me that you want it. Little baby, you a 10. Can I run it back again? What we doing? I've been on you long time, I'ma prove it. You let me ride tides and I always keep it fluid. Anything going stupid, I be tripping if I lose it. I get you so high, have you jet lag. We can skip town, get your rest back. Vacating it out and blowing jetpack. Show me one more time, that thing you best at, yeah. One more time at you at sunrise. We can slide on Telegraph and do brunch time. I've been making ends meet. I've been running routes to catch it. Plays in the field deep. I just wanna build reach. No, I got you charged up. Just let that phone die. Pull up in the clutch like I'm Curry in the crunch time. I got something for you when the sun gets high. Drop that pin up in the black soda house and know you ride with a real one. Side with a real one. On my mama and God, you the real thing. Can't even cap to me, know you feel something. Yeah, you wanted a million and you show it. What you want, is it really that important? You've been on my mind and I really can't ignore it.
Ay, ay. Look, I'm too cool for the rules, baby, get off of me. Never need no push, I do it all for me. Keep a couple real hitters, got them on call for me. Money moving, got it in the market where it ought to be. Too true for the flex, baby, don't cap to me. Drop 50, bring 150 right back to me. Keep a couple real hitters, got them on call for me. Money moving, got it in the market where it ought to be. Look, Papa don't preach, teachers don't teach. Gon' reach, that's facts. I ain't worried about none of that. I'm making that cash stack. Bunch of O's like NASCAR, but it's really more like NASDAQ. Why they thinking that they hot when they really more like quarter on me like a referee? Hating what they'll never be. Small top with a big bottom, yeah, shorter shape like a letter D. Let her have it, then I let her be. If you love it, gotta let it grow. Crazy cause you really never know. When I'm hurting, never let it show. I'm a two-tone, two-phone, two-chain, new thing, lame with, but you a broke. Low class, no cash, certified lame. I've been getting to it like I ought to. Couldn't pick, so I bought two. Understand why your chick came, I'm just trying to figure why she brought you. I'm really reppin' and I'm flexed up, and I ain't gotta tell him I'm next up. Sleep on the they rest up, but I'm up and I'm getting my checks up. Me and the fellas be high as propellers, ain't could tell us we great. Looking at like how do you figure unless you could talk about 8 figures. I'm too cool for the rules, baby, get off of me. Never need no push, I do it all for me. Keep a couple real hitters, got them on call for me. Money moving, got it in the market where it ought to be. Too true for the flex, baby, don't cap to me. Drop 50, bring 150 right back to me. Keep a couple real hitters, got them on call for me. Money moving, got it in the market where it ought to be. Look, they talking like they don't know a king when they see one. See him in person, he take it back like a refund. Ballin' with my brothers on my playing D1. Daily checking chicken, he gon' spin it watching reruns. Say they real, but they clones of me. How my cousin in the pen with more phones than me. I got daily correspondence, we tapping in with the Goonies. Tatted tagging my body, they tagging me like they knew me. They actually living goofy, I'm tagging the flicking, flexing the muscle like penitentiary Gucci. Been addicted to Stussy and hitting like roofies. I ain't tripping off you cause I been tripping off Lucy. I'm lucid dreaming and scheming, I'm manifesting a movie. Manuscript in a million, I thought that you knew me. Focusing on the Fetty, the longevity, lifestyle. Build the future me, what I'm usually doing right now. Smoking with my shawty, we plotting another 100 grand. Hear them talk a lot, but they knowin' who got the upper hand. Ride about my sister, I'm dying about my brother, man. Leaning out the window, we got him doing the running man. Smoking with my shawty, we plotting another 100 grand. Hear them talk a lot, but they knowin' who got the upper hand. Slide by my sister, I'm dying about my brother, man. Currency from Europe, my energy from the motherland. Tweet a lot, we never seen them in the city though. Taking rent money out to flash it in the video. Staring at the real when they know it hurt, man. Coupe clean, Glock 30 dirty as your work hands. I just got a pallet of product, I'm about to flip it. I don't really got all the minutes for me to kick it. Bought my chick a LLC, we bout to scale it. Partner say he growing some, I told him mail it. Coolin' with my man, he kinda mama by the ocean. Only problem that we got is running out of lotion. Getting to the chicken, let a black man live. I got more rolls on me than a fat man ribs. Never met a single that don't make me feel fear. They be throwing salt in the game, we still here. We don't hear the that he saying, he think it means something. All the players ballin', we blue chippin', we green thumbin'. Smoking with my shawty, we plotting another 100 grand. Hear them talk a lot, but they knowin' who got the upper hand. Ride about my sister, I'm dying about my brother, man. Leaning out the window, we got him doing the running man.
to the Mailroom Show. Let me introduce the crew. We got Rollo. We got JB the Gent. Them your boy JB. Let me get some of that real quick. Let me get some of that. Yeah.
Hey, how come every time JB come on like that, I feel like it's new? Like every time he come on like that, like well, nobody gonna think of that.
It's all good, man. It's only me.
I'm here for it though.
Hey,
what's up, brothers?
Man, that boy come on like it's a extravaganza going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What is up, my
extravaganza?
Yeah, like it's That's JB right there.
That's JB the Gent, man.
What's going on, brethren?
What's going on, man?
How y'all feeling, man?
Good, man.
You know,
rainy
I'm representing the crew.
Yeah, rainy weekend in the D.
Got some merch on the side. Y'all don't want to know the merch, the Mailroom Network
merch.
You
serious? Are you serious? Wow. Yeah. Are you serious? Are you just gonna bring that on the show? We had no idea about that.
So that's not my problem. Yeah, you should be thinking about the show, and you should be able to.
I'm full of surprises.
Both of y'all,
I'm full of surprises.
Both of y'all insubordinate right now, man. HR.
That hat is dope. That hat is dope, my guy.
Appreciate it, dog. Yeah, man. You know, definitely. Merch out here, you know what I'm saying? We seeing what can be done, you know what I'm saying?
I did not see that coming.
Hey, man. Sometimes,
I liked it. I like that.
Appreciate it, man. You got to bob and weave, though, man. Protect yourself at all times. You know what I'm saying? That's
yeah, like Jay said, it was a rainy weekend in the D. So this is the highlight of my weekend right here. Outside of earlier, I had a fun time earlier this Sunday. So I got a lot of energy. So let's go.
That's what's up. Hey, man.
Glad you got it.
Hey, I'm glad you got that NOG, man. Shout out to everybody that's watching the Mailroom Show right now. We appreciate you. We appreciate everyone that's watching the show right now. Before we get started with the show, we're going to have a little bit of a funny real quick.
Let's get the funny.
I got my boy Tommy Davidson right here. He's going to show us a little. He's going to give us a little something, man. Hold on one second. Before we get started, what up, though, Sean? One of our moderators.
What's going on, Sean?
Appreciate you. All right, let's get it in.
Loving each other, stop it. We stereotype too. Black people, white people can't dance. White people dance their ass off, just different. We the ones with the problem. Okay, we dance with style, you know. Brothers dance with style, style, showing style. White people don't dance with style. They dance in freestyle. How the hell you gonna run out of a dance when you making it up right there? They dancing with what their mind tells their body. Some white people dance like black babies. Let me finish. You ever seen a little black 2-year-old girl dance? Why is so cute? Because she thinks she dances. Go, Ebony. Go, Ebony. I seen grown white men dance just like that. Go, Gordon. Go, Gordon.
Hey, you want to know what's funny about that? I think Tommy Davidson can dance for real, and a lot of times when comedians they make jokes about people dancing, that's how they really able to let people feel it. Because I think Tommy Davidson can.
That dude is hilarious. Shout out to Tommy Davidson, man.
I think Tommy Davidson can dance for real.
Oh, that dude is hilarious, man. Hey, man. But that's the funny, man. That was Tommy Davidson real quick. We got another funny next week. Of course, we always come and bring it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And we rock the house with it, man. Also, people, as you come in, we got a poll up about the featured topic today. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and hit that poll. Let us know what you think. All right,
Let us
Rollo,
know.
it's on you, baby.
Let us know how you feeling. Yeah, man. Shout out to my brothers, man. I always love seeing my brothers. Believe it or not, y'all. Again, we do not talk every day. Like we have our meetings. We DM each other about the show and everything. But we when we get here, like we really be happy to see each other. So that's not scripted. So I'm always happy to see
Facts.
my brothers, man.
Sure.
Shout out to all the mail carriers in the building. What's what's up? What's up, Alicia? We see you.
Alicia,
Appreciate you for
Alicia
tapping in
Day.
again. All the mail carriers, thank y'all so
Appreciate
much for y'all support and tapping in. This is episode 10, fellas.
10, dog. Dime,
Jesus,
dime,
Dang, really?
dime. Yeah,
we are halfway through season 2, my guys.
we halfway through season 2.
That's
Wow.
crazy. And like
That's
we
wild.
couldn't do it. We couldn't do it without the energy we get from our mail carriers, man. Everybody supporting us, man. So we're
Sure,
gonna keep this thing going. With
sure.
that being said, we have come together once again, conversation, camaraderie, discussion topics that are so relevant to men and women in society today. As like I just said, I'm always happy to see my brothers each and every Sunday, and we are happy to see y'all. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So again, with that being said, as we
Embark.
Embark.
on another round table that have turned into the Mailroom Show, season 2, episode 10. God damn.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Let us never ever forget the foundation that is our
Yeah.
Trinity.
So,
Let's go. Salute, my guys.
Hello, baby.
sir.
We
Episode
got a
10.
we got a really good show for y'all today. We got some
Sure do.
really good topics that I think it's gonna spark a lot of conversation,
Yes,
and
sir.
we
Hopefully.
appreciate.
Yeah.
You
Hopefully,
know,
you
last
never
We
couple
know.
of
trying,
couple of
we only
episodes,
doing
man,
this
it's been kind
for.
of quiet.
There you go.
We've been
It's
teaching
been
a
a
lot of
little.
things recently, right?
That's facts. It's been a little quiet, but we know, we understand that. But this is how we do. You know what I mean?
I'm just
If you
picking
feel
the
it, you
group.
feel it. If you feel it, you feel it. And we love it.
Get your percolate.
Y'all ready for topic one, fellas?
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Let's get into it, man. Topic number one, Mailroom Show, episode 10. Let's go. Do men and women defer responsibility based on emotional reactions? Do men and women defer responsibility based on emotional reactions? I'm gonna ask my brother and JB to get us started on this one. How you feel, my guy?
Oh, man. We coming in that thick?
Yeah,
Okay.
we coming in that thing. It's that type
And
of
the
day.
plot
Yeah.
thickens.
You know what I'm
It's that
saying? I
type
want
of
to get
day.
me a triple cheeseburger off the top
Yeah.
of
It's
the
that type
grill,
of day.
right?
Yeah.
The men and women defer responsibility based on emotional reactions. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
That's it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you got to think about yourself. You think about everybody else. You trying to be honest and general. Yeah, yeah. I can actually say that. Because people put behind logic when they think emotional. You know what I'm saying? Like we always talk about this. When you riding off an instinct because emotional reaction is, what I'm saying, usually instinct. It's no forethought, a pre-thought, actually, not forethought, but pre-thought. There's no
Mhm.
thought to it. You just reacted. So, you know what I'm saying? When you reacting based off an instinct, you know, you're not really worried about the outcome. You know what I'm saying? And when the outcome is negative, if it's negative impacting toward somebody else, sometimes it's not yourself. Sometimes it's toward other people, you know what I'm saying, or somebody else or a group. When it's negatively acting, you know what I'm saying, you trying to, sometimes you have the tendency, as a human being though, have a tendency just to warp within yourself and be like, well, the reason I did it was because of the fact I felt a certain way at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's how you get the apologies if you mature enough. You got to apologize later and all that type. I'm guilty. I think all of us are guilty of that from one chance and another. Growing up, adolescence, hopefully not doing it repeatedly this day and age, but, we all guilty of it. You know what I'm saying? Of deferring responsibility based on emotional reactions. But yeah, there's some people that just don't grow up. I
Mhm.
already say it like that. You know what I'm saying? There's some people that just don't grow up. They think that their emotional instinct and reaction to certain things is bias, and they think that that should be a green card to their feelings, and you should just respect that outcome. And that's not fair. You know what I'm saying? Like in anything that you have to do, you have to stop and think. And my dad, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when he was around, my dad, he he said, sometimes we just need to stop and think. And just, just think something out. Because that thought, that pre-thought, can sometimes, prevent a lot of degradation, prevent a lot of embarrassment. You know what I'm saying? Even to the fact that it's, it might be detrimental to your health or your life. Sometimes just thinking can stop that. You know what I'm saying? So I always live by it. This is me personally, just a personal side street. I actually think about it that way. So I try to have a tendency to pre-think things out before I act and say certain things, because I know it's going to retract to somebody in a certain outcome. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that I'm trying to not, worry about everybody's feelings. I'm not trying to do that, but it's just for the fact that I want to clearly and concisely portray myself the way that I want to in word and deed. You understand? So some people don't do that. Some people have a tendency just to,
yeah.
Like,
what causes people not to at least try to understand their mindset going into a relationship? Like, like, you're about to go into something, and then you got this big cloud of your past over you. How come people just can't, let me put this behind me as I go into this next thing? How come people can't do that?
Mm-hmm. It's two things to me. It's the lack of self-reflection and it's willful ignorance. Okay. I think those two things,
I like that.
combined, make this a scenario. You know what I'm saying? Lack of self-reflection. Sometimes you're not right, my guy, mommy, baby girl, homie. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you ain't right. You know what I'm saying? All of your moves ain't all of your deeds sometimes is not good. You know what I'm saying? So to self-reflect and be like, maybe I could have did that better. Or after it's negatively impacted someone and you in your own little space and you thinking like, I probably could have did that different. That's the self-reflection I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, did I portray myself the way I wanted to portray myself? That type of thing. People think they right and they think they're fine. They said that before, and I'm riding on that. I'm riding on that coattail. People think they good. They not. Need therapy. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. The lack of self-reflection and willful ignorance. Even after you tell somebody that's wrong, they're like, so.
We mentioned that a couple times
on the show. I despise a willful ignorant person, dog. I really despise a willful ignorant person. That person has no progression. Yeah. You just think that everything you're doing is right. And even when the masses are telling you that this might be wrong, you know what I'm saying? If you to think about it, you know what I'm saying? Close people to you, you like, I don't care. I'm right. You know what I'm saying? And those people like that have no progression. They actually get what they deserve, unfortunately. Or fortunately, depending on how you think about it. But you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. So yeah, I think women and men do defer, but it's those certain men and women. That's what I'll say. There's certain men and women defer responsibility based on their emotional reaction because they're just immature and they think they're just ruling the world, they're the captain of their own ship, master their own destiny. You know what I'm saying? They think they're that cute, they think they're that smart, they think they're that intelligent, and they just roll with that. You know what I'm saying? So whatever and last point, when people think they're so front-ended, that's usually the people to watch out for. Fact, the people that's extra confident in themselves, they front-end themselves all the time.
Yeah.
Because something you're going to slip in and be like, I find a flaw. And they're going to be like, well, that's because of this. And that's because, and then they start deflecting. You know what I'm saying?
I feel overcompensation when those type of people that you just mentioned. I feel that overcompensation immediately as soon as they go in that energy that you just talked about. Right. I feel that. That's just me. I feel that.
So yeah. So it's just an immature thing, and to grow up is to realize that you're not right. To grow up is to realize a little humility about yourself, and especially if you're a relationship, because you asked about relationships, especially in that. You know what I'm saying? You know, the relationship grows when you actually dump down for the other person. And if people think that's like a disadvantage, people think that's a liability, or people think that's showing inferiority, you know what I'm saying, inferiority or something. It's not. You know what I'm saying? To be succumbing to your partner is actually a good thing, because if both of y'all have that type of tendency, y'all can grow together. You know what I'm saying? Nobody steps the other one. So when they do that, I'm looking out for you, you looking out for me constantly. Then whenever we come to agreement, it's probably the best thing in the world. You understand? So it's like that. So yeah, it's certain men and women that never take responsibility for it. That's messed up. You know what I'm saying? I despise those type of people.
We hit on that a lot in the show, man. Accountability and just self reflection, and like we hit it in different aspects of different situations. Like this situation is different, even though accountability and self reflection relates to this. We've hit that a lot of times, but this self reflection and accountability goes with multiple situations. You know what I'm saying? Multiple. Where you at, Busy?
Man, hey, before I get started, man, put a 1 in the chat if you feel in the mailroom hat right here. I'm telling you right now, this boy is stupid.
Can I put a 1 in the show, even though I'm on the show?
I'm about to put a 1 in the chat for that.
Can I put a 1 in the chat? I'm on the show.
Can I do that?
Can we do that? Can we do that?
Let me see.
Put a 1 and put the post the comment.
Can I do?
Yeah, we can't do it.
The mailroom.
We can do it.
It is.
Oh, I gotta go. Okay.
I mean, the mailroom hat is sick.
I can do that.
Right now. It's got a disease right now, man. That mailroom hat got a disease. It's so sick.
Say that shit is so dope, bro. And I'm a little pissed off because I didn't know.
I'm a little jealous too. Okay, like, yeah.
Nothing but hugs, man. Come on,
that hat is fire, bro. I need that. I need that.
Man. Hey, man. Holla at your boy. You want some merch? I know a little dude named Pookie on the west side. Boy, he put you together.
Wow. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
No, but to get back into it, look at the 1 and Uno. Hey, what up, Naomi Scott? It's been a minute. What's up with you?
What's going on, Miss Naomi Scott? What's going on?
Alicia put a 1, Indy put a 1.
Alicia, Indy, thank you, Miss Smiley.
Look at that. The mailroom put a 1. Facebook put a 1. All right, to get back to the show, man. I definitely agree. I don't want to be just an echo chamber, but I do agree with my counterpart JB, the gent. There's a caveat to this, where there are some people who have the ability to compute logic, and then there are some people who cannot compute logic. It will be an error on their forehead. So it's like it's always processing, right? You know what I'm saying? When it comes to responsibility, and those kind of people, I don't know if you all ever talked to before, but it's like these people, they love to defer it because it doesn't agree with whatever emotion they have. It doesn't agree with whatever outcome they want. So because of that, they will take no part in what happened. Like they will just completely ignore that part. And then when they move on to someone else, they're trying to figure out why that thing happened again. It's because you didn't compute the first situation properly with logic and with a little bit. Being emotional is not a problem. Everyone is emotional. Everybody is emotional. I don't want to hear that women more emotional than men. I'm so sick and tired of that narrative. Look at the prison system and just let me know who's emotional. All right.
Right.
It's on both sides. There's no one more than other. We operate in emotions differently. And a lot of times in relationships, if a person is not already taking responsibility for their own life, then they're not going to be able to share that component of themselves with you. You can't ask someone to do something they don't have the ability to do. In order for, you know what I'm saying? This is why we pick the way we pick. It be based off emotion. It made me feel good. It made me feel this way. Every time I feel like, okay, so what else is it? Like, what's the substance? You know what I'm saying? And so, and it's the same way, like guys, the way we do it is like, they be telling me like, man, she's a good girl, man. I feel, man, like every time I talk to her, she made me feel like I could do anything. I feel like I could do anything. You know what I'm saying? The way she just talked to me. I don't understand that. I mean, what? So you bouncing each other. That's what I'm saying. You pulling, you draining each other's energy with that. Like, dude, you don't even realize that the severe lack that you have and the severe lack that someone else has And when you interchange that, all you're doing is draining each other more. You're giving yourselves an expectation that isn't there. So if a person there defer responsibility, they're doing that because they're not a responsible person. They use emotions as an avenue, a caveat, as a weapon, so that way they can defer the responsibility in whatever the issue may be. So it's going to be you, okay? It's going to be your fault. Trust me. These people that defer responsibility and do this, it's always going to be your fault, man, woman. It's going to be your fault. It's going to be something that you did that made them do what they did. So that way they can deflect and defer the responsibility for what they did. Right. That is actually called narcissism. That's the real definition.
I think he's going to do it.
Yeah, it ain't because you get what you want from somebody because they withheld. No, that's what narcissism is. It's a person that constantly projects, deflect, and they try to place everything on you and defer the responsibility thereof. And you have to ask yourself a question. Have I ever had a narcissistic moment in my life where I just deferred responsibility and I knew that it wasn't right, but I just didn't want to accept it? Gotta ask yourself that
people to reflect, bro.
Yeah, because see, again, that's the thing, lack of self-reflection. If you don't think about that, if you don't ask yourself the hard questions, you can't give no good answers. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna be constantly deflecting every time someone says, "Hey, I'm experiencing this from you," and I'm not misinterpreting. I'm telling you what I'm experiencing. You know what I'm saying? And I just need to know if this is correct from you, because you should know you more than anybody. And if you're able to articulate that fact of, okay, this is what it is, then okay, cool. But if you use an emotional reaction, so that way you won't digest the responsibility thereof, and you're trying to say it's me now, that's a problem.
Yeah,
that's a problem, man. And you got to be a responsible person. You got to be responsible with yourself, responsible with your integrity, responsible with what you say, how you think, the way you see things. All of that is a you issue. Now, how I treat someone, that's an issue of us. That's hey, that way you treated me will mess us up because I cannot deal with that. That'll be a us thing. You know what I'm saying? Because we're in it together, it's us. But if you're in a relationship with someone and you're really trying to connect and stay and do and be intentional and all that, then using emotions is just a cop-out to me. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I can't trust you. I can't trust you with information. I can't trust you to be I can't trust you with me. I can't, because now every time I say something, you're going to use it and weaponize me with it because of your emotional reaction. So now my vulnerability is now in question because I'm afraid you're going to weaponize it. You're going to use it as ammo. You're going to bring it back up later because you're constantly doing the same things to me. And I'm telling you, hey, this is a problem. And you're like, no, it ain't. I mean, but see, what you did was, man, you did. Like, no, y'all can't do that. Now you're bickering like children, going back and forth, trying to figure out who started it. Well, you said this first, and then this, and then y'all 40, 50 doing this, 35, 30, 25 doing this. Like, y'all didn't graduate from Mr. Rogers to John Wick. Yeah, right. This John Wick. You got to chop that down, man. You got to, you know what I'm saying? You got to get violent sometimes, but not in that physical way. But I'm just saying, with your, you got to, hey, let somebody know sometimes, hey, man, you can't do that to me. And you got to be mature enough to be like, okay, I apologize, I did that, or I see that I did that. And it's wrong. But to have an emotional reaction like, well, you made me do this, man, please stop. Nope. You can't make a grown person do anything that they already don't want to do. And we try to make excuses for every single thing, and we use emotion as the cop-out. We use emotion as a scapegoat for the responsibility. I cannot use that as a scapegoat. My emotions are just what they are, emotions, and they have to be disciplined. And just because you did something that I didn't like, I could just address it. I don't have to I can address it, and that's it. I don't have to have an emotional reaction where now that you said something to me. Now, because you said something, I have to be as devious as you were. I'm an individual. Nobody should make me be able to do anything that I'm not willing to take responsibility for.
Mm-hmm.
That's the individualism.
Yeah, right.
That's the individualism. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is. Like being emotion reactions, those things, all it does is create more issue. It creates more issue, and it stacks up, and it stacks up. There's a brother I was talking to one time on the phone, and a very wise brother, man, very wise brother. He goes by the name of Jeremy, and Jeremy told me one time. He said, "Man, you can't come out the mud clean."
Jay
And I
like,
said,
Jay like,
"Ooh,
Jay like, hey, Jay like this dude.
ooh, ooh." I said, "Jeremy, boy, you said some good things right there. Say that one more time for cause the old man got bad ears. What you say there, boy? Let me get the good ear. Huh? What you say?" He said, "You can't come out the mud clean." I said, "That's my boy right there. That's why we friends. That's why we friends." You know what I'm saying? Like when my brothers say things, I'm like, "Oh my God, that was just," you know what I'm saying? Right?
Right.
I heard you loud and clear. And that's what we always try to do. We always try to come out the mud clean. This question is a prime example. I'm trying to come out the mud clean. I'm trying to come out of this issue that I'm deferring. I'm trying to come out of it clean by using emotional reaction, so that way I don't take no responsibility. And that right there creates more issues than it does create solution. And so if your relationship is not a solution-based relationship when it comes to issues, then you have another issue. And you might want to reevaluate the direction that both of you all are going in. But
some men and women actually go so far to try to defer responsibility. They look for fake positive people.
like me.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like yes men, yes women. That's how these people end up in relationships and friends with them. You know what I'm saying? Like your emotional reaction has such a negative impact to the group that's around you, and they negatively reacting to it that you don't want to hear it no more. So you seek out the people that just adhere to it. You seek out the people that'll say, "Okay, that's fine. That's just the way you feel," and you roll with them. You know what I'm saying?
Like
you start culting
craziness.
that.
Yeah.
Right. And all of a sudden, you just got a whole bunch of yes people around you to the point that you might even commit and marry one.
Yeah, and that's what exactly.
Sorry.
And so they post that emotional reaction on Facebook, so that way the clan can say, "Girl, man, you good. Don't worry, man, girl, yeah, and all that." The amen choir. You know what I'm saying? Like all you do is tell the part of the story that glorifies you. So that way you can get a whole 52 comments of you. It's okay. You gonna make it. It's more fish in the sea, brother. This, that, like all this other. Listen, it's BS. Is what it is. It's crazy, and it's like
I think yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I think, man, to answer the question, yes. To answer the exact question, absolutely. And I think one thing as a society that you forget, especially when you're in that state, like emotional reactions have some detrimental consequences, man. Like they have some detriment. And can we keep it to Kobe Bean?
Kobe Bean, Black
Can we
Mamba.
keep it to Kobe Bean? Can we keep it to
right
Kobe
there.
Bean? I'm a direct result of that. I was going through a lot at one point when I was in a relationship, and just based off everything I was going through, everything I had on my shoulders, I didn't always respond properly to the situations that were going on in my relationship, and I had to, once I got removed from that relationship, I really realized that. And unfortunately, sometimes people have to go through it that tough in order to realize that. You can't keep that cloud over your head forever, man, because you're gonna push people away, and we just gotta grow up, as a society, man. Like especially at the age that we're at, if you haven't been able to overcome what you've been through, then just sit yourself down.
Yep.
Because it's not fair to the next person. You know what I'm saying? It's not fair. It's not fair to the people that's coming into your life. And I'm gonna be real. I believe God put people in your life for reasons. They put people in your life for reasons. They put people in your life for seasons.
Yes,
Now
sir.
I think the reasons are going to outlast the seasons. So you got to figure that out because you're gonna lose some
There's a
dope people.
crossover here.
I said on this show a long time ago, all my mail carriers, I almost lost these two boys on this panel right here because of what I was going through. I had to let it go. You know, you gotta let it go, or you gotta figure out how you can get past it before you go into something else. Because you're gonna ruin every relationship you have if you ain't got that cloud off your shoulder, man. If you got all that rain coming down on you, you trying to get through it. You know what I'm saying? You get through it for a second while everything is good, and as soon as something trigger you, oh, it's raining again. Got to figure that out, man.
Yeah. That question is definitely an internalized question. It gets you to think. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many times have I done that? Deferred. You know what I'm saying? From something that I know that I should have took responsibility for. Like my own actions did this. It did nobody make me do anything. It's my own actions that did this. And so responding with an emotion that is going to make it worse, that's still a choice too. So why are we choosing to do that? You know what I'm saying? It's
Exactly.
because
Exactly.
we have to figure out when is it that we want to grow and go and move forward in ourselves.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So for sure.
Yeah. Stop.
That's what it comes
Stop
down
running
to,
from that
man.
shit too.
Yeah, for sure.
And we went kind of deep on it. And shout out to my brothers, man. Yeah. Again, man, thank you to all the Mary Carriers on the live show right now. And y'all know what it is, man. If you don't see us now, you'll see us later. Real quick, we switched it up this year for season 2. We normally put Q&A at the end of the show, but now we're doing it throughout the whole show. If you got a Q&A question, feel free to put it in the comments at any point of the show. It could be about today's show, it could be about a previous show, or if you just want to holler at the brothers from the mailroom, man, just holler at us. Make sure you put Q&A in the comments so we can start, and we're gonna holler at you off the show. And as always, fellas, man, what do we want them to do? What do we want them to do? We want them to hop on in this fire with us.
In the fire.
We want y'all to hop.
You
If you
said best, man.
you know what I mean? So put your Q&A question in again. Make sure you put Q&A in the comments so we can know to start. And we're going to address it regardless, but don't be afraid to hop on in this fire, man. Shout out to my brothers. Oh, real quick before we transition, the mailroom after dark is popping. If you was with us last season, man, we had a whole lot of fun. It was so dope. The mailroom after dark, May 12th, 8 p.m. until we going in, man. If you haven't seen the Mailroom After Dark show from last season, make sure you hit our YouTube up and check it out, man. We had a lot of fun. We had a lot of dope people come on a panel. It was a really good discussion. We just kicked it, man. It was dope. So lock in that date, May 12th, 8 p.m. until, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Shout out to my brother. Shout out to the mail carriers. Y'all ready for topic 2, fellas? Let's do it. Topic 2 of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, brethren. Does desire determine pace in the beginning stages of dating? Does desire determine pace in the beginning stages of dating? I think I'm gonna go ahead and tackle this one first.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It absolutely does. I think a lot of times what happens is people come into different new situations with motives, or they have a certain intent, and it could be what they've been through, it could be what they're looking for. But I think one thing you gotta understand is everybody's, like, the pace that you're on is not everybody's pace. What you're thinking, it may not be what everybody else is thinking. It's great to date with intent. It's great to date for a purpose. That's fine. But I think what we've forgotten in this society, and sometimes you just got to remember getting to know people, getting to understand people. Sometimes it takes one conversation for one person. Sometimes it takes multiple. Sometimes it takes kicking it with them for a couple of weeks to a month. Sometimes it takes longer than that. The key is understanding that and not placing your predetermined notions of where it's going to go on other people, because everybody is not going to feel it. Everybody is not going to feel it. So yes, it definitely determines the pace. Now, and that pace could fall flat real quick. That pace could go left real quick. I'm gonna tell the ladies this on our show right now, ladies. There are still dudes out here that just really want to get to know you. like we, like we, we've been through things too,
Yo.
and fellas, fellas, fellas. Don't just think flashing your money out and buying them drinks and this, that, or the other is going to get them to where you want to get them either. No. Some ladies still like to be courted. Some ladies still like to be approached properly.
Man, you for
And
real?
I just I just think as a
You flash my
society,
money, bro?
For real.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
I
Like we
can't show
just
him the
have
hat.
to,
I can't show him the hat.
yeah.
Dang. Me,
I think
hey,
we
man,
just
you mean I can't throw that money off, man? Dang.
yeah.
You mean tell me I gotta have my personality?
Dang.
Gotta use my brain in this climate, in this society?
I think
That's fast though.
I think what happens is you know everybody takes all their past dating experiences into the next experience. So I'm gonna say with dudes it's like okay, she's gonna be interested in me because I'm flashing this or I look like this or I look like I have that. She's gonna I could just walk up to you and just say, hey, you need a drink, and just stand next to you the whole night at a club, or just sit next to you at a kickback and not say much and see if you're gonna say something to me. Like every because other women have done that. And women, it's like, I've been through so much. This dude is so different. Like his vibe is so cool. Like, let's go. And then within a couple weeks, they questioning you on why you're not calling them enough. You know, like
Stepping on some feet, man. You stepping on foots, bro.
but
But
it's like we just have to understand that everybody is not where we are. And let's get
I'm going
back to
back in the
the
coma, man.
let's get back to the found let's get back
I'm
to at
going,
least
I'm going back.
the at least courting stages of developing some type of vibe before we figure out where we're going. let's not let's
Mm.
not let's not move too fast. And like I'm speaking from my I'm an old fashioned dude. I don't mind kicking it for a little while and let me feel my and you know exchanging numbers, showing interest doesn't mean it's gonna happen, because that's all that is, exchanging numbers and showing interest. That doesn't mean anything is going to happen.
Mm.
Let me see what your energy is like. Let me see if we can communicate. And I think a
Mm.
lot of times some men and women have lost that. Yeah. So that's my take.
You mind if I Jay, I'll let you go last this time since you went first last time. I mean, we could just double dutch this thing here. But
Cool.
I think my answer is my clear answer is unfortunately yes, it
hmm
does, but I don't think it should. I
No,
don't
I
think
don't either.
I
Yeah,
don't
I
think your
don't either.
desire should determine the pace. I think that it should be based
Mm.
on interest and and also self control. Okay, because
hmm
one of the things that happens is, see, if you become that kid the night before Christmas where you want to get your gift and unwrap it so bad you can't sleep, when you get when you become that person, there's a problem. All right, there's a problem. Okay, you got the desires flake. They're not. There's no foundation in desire. Desires can come and go.
Yep.
Like what you had a desire for when you was 15, when you turned 25, you didn't have a desire for that. And whatever you had desire for at 25, when you turn 35, your desire it always evolves.
At
So
least
there's
it
no
should.
clear, yeah, it's no clear, like there's no line there's no balance in that. Like, so when you have interest, the things that are the reason why I said something about interest is because interest is a reflection of you as a person, as your character. The things that
Mm.
you're interested in, what you're interested in, whatever your hobbies are, whatever those things may be, would be a reflection. For instance, anybody who knows me knows I love cigars, right?
Yep.
I love them. Okay, I when I was drinking, I used to have whiskeys, and I love things that take time and age and all that kind of stuff, because that is a reflection of the fact that I utilize patience a lot. So it's like I like things that take time. I like things that you have to wait for.
There it is.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I
There it
put a
is.
cigar, like I got a cigar in there right now in my humidor that I had like 2 years ago. I ain't touched it yet because I have other cigars to smoke, of course, but I ain't touched it yet because I'm waiting on the right time. Something like an occasion where I can smoke it at the right time with my friends, and like we all together. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to have it that way. The things that I smoke on a daily is like, or on a weekly or whatever, is like these are, hey, these are cigars that I have that I always purchase, and re-up on. You know what I'm saying? When I'm getting low on this certain brand of cigars, I go ahead and buy a box, or maybe a small box or whatever of them and stuff like that, because I enjoy things that take time. And when you have to commit yourself to it, like when you smoke a cigar, it ain't like smoking a cigarette. Smoke a cigarette during a lunch break. You can't smoke a cigar during a lunch break. Are you crazy? Don't mess your stogie up. I ain't gonna get into the logistics, but I'm just saying, right? I mean, I ain't trying to get an applause. I'm just trying to tell you a story. You seen Johnny? I'm trying to tell you a story.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right.
I'm trying to tell you, Ron, I'm trying to tell like TIE. I'm trying to tell these people, you gotta slow down a little bit. Can't go too fast, too slow. You gotta slow down. You gotta be right there. Neutral. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you gotta be even. Like this is the thing. When you rush something, you tell on yourself.
Absolutely.
You tell on yourself really bad, because
Yep.
a person could tell you ain't been loved before, or liked before, or properly, if for that matter. You know what I'm saying? And so you like, as soon as you like somebody, and then you like, oh my God, he's everything I ever wanted. Oh my God. And then you just start doing everything. And it's like, yo, chill. And you just met. The beginning stages of dating, it's like when you get to know somebody you just met, like you want them to call you every day, starting off like that. You haven't even gathered what you're interested in yet, right?
Exactly.
So I ain't gonna call you every day just because I like you, because I thought you was hot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I approach you because of that. You know what I'm saying? But like every single day, like, no, you ain't gonna do that, right? You gotta leave some space for life, for regular things. You know what I'm saying? And so in that beginning stage, keep it even, because when you get too happy and too excited, you're like, oh, okay. You become a target. It's like, oh man, this chick is all up on me, man. She all up on me, dog. Anytime, bro. Anytime. Trust me. She love me, boy. She like me, dog. So I'm good. That you told on yourself, and then you telling all your girls, yeah, I like you, yeah. You know, like, and he saying something different. He's saying it the other way. He's saying it the guy way, like, man, and you know, boy, I got that in the bag, bro. You know what I mean? Like, another one bites the dust. You know what I'm talking about, bro? You know, like, you know what I'm saying? And and it's two different conversations, because the pace, the desire is like, oh my God, yeah, you're going on a field trip. Ooh, it's like, chill the fuck out. It's okay.
Going on a field trip.
You going on a field trip. Ooh, you know, so it's like, chill, man. Like, you know, it's okay. And so it shows a sign. See, the way you pace yourself in the beginning stage, it shows a sign of maturity. It shows a sign of maturity. You want to be able to have a mature response in the beginning of getting to know somebody. No matter what your age range is, it doesn't matter. You want to show a level of maturity with yourself. Like, yeah, I like this guy, or yeah, I like this chick, or whatever the case may be. And yo, now I'm feeling them, but I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna listen more than speak, or I'm gonna ask the right questions.
All right.
If you ever seen the movie I, Robot, that hologram said you have to ask the right questions. And then he was like, okay, well, let me get to a real question. And then he said, now that's the right question. Then he leave it to how it is that you're supposed to be able to interpret the question and get the answer.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because it shows a sign of maturity. And if you rush everything, it shows how immature you are. See what I'm saying? And that immaturity is going to hit someone different when they in a mature space.
Yeah.
All that hey stranger. Oh, so now you finally want to call me. All you had to say was, I'm so glad you called. I was thinking about you or whatever.
That is all.
Obviously, they was thinking about you. They reaching out. You know what I'm saying? It may not be on a daily basis when you first get to meet somebody or know somebody, but at least you're a thought in their mind. So then you figure out why. Why am I a thought? So you ask the right questions. That's called vetting. We talk about this often on the show. Vet properly. Ask questions. You know what I'm saying? Just because a man flashed something in front of you, like, yo, I want to take you out on a trip and I'm about to go on vacation. You want to go on vacation with me? You know what I'm saying? I pay for everything. I got it. You met him 3 weeks ago. You don't know this man
at all.
And he don't even care to know you or not, because I wouldn't take you out 3 weeks ago. I don't know you either. It's been some lot of dead bodies from men and women. There's been some men coming up missing too. Very small amount, but still an amount nonetheless. So I ain't trying to be one of those. You know what I'm saying? So you got to at least be careful and just biting everything that come at you, man. No, you got to chill, be cool.
Yeah,
be even.
like just us, just society, men and women. Like you just have to understand, like, everybody is not where you are. Everybody's not gonna respond to how you're coming at them. Everybody's not gonna respond to whatever reaction you have to them based off a couple of interactions you've had with each other.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Men come off strong in one way. I think women come off strong in another aspect. But it's all about understanding that, okay, this is how you're gonna come at me, okay, but that's not where I'm at. I'm not going to respond to it.
Right.
So you can either accept that or you can, keep it moving. And one thing I think just needs to be understanding: nobody's wrong. I'm never one to try to I'm never one to try to judge anybody for how they feeling or how they want to move. I'm never gonna do that.
No.
People go through things and they feel a certain way about the relationships they about to be in and the people they meet. I'm not gonna judge that. You know what I'm saying? But you just gotta know that everybody is not gonna respond the way you want them to respond.
I want to say this real quick, and then I'm gonna give it over to Jay. I think another point that I was thinking about too is that sometimes the pace is determined. The desire for outcome will determine somebody's pace. Sometimes you can tell, because you can have two different types of people. You have one person who wants an outcome of just being casual. Most of the time, they don't care about they flowing with you. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Then you have another person who wants a certain outcome of relationship, commitment, courtship, and marriage, and all that. Their pace may seem to a person who's on the receiving end of it, they may think it's too fast. In their mind, it's like, I got to get this going because I want my life to be a certain way. Exactly. So I got to get this train moving. And so based on what it is that you want as an individual is how you would maneuver yourself in a very mature way of these said persons, because it is what it is. We're living in a very casual dating society. This is what goes on in the West. It is what it is. This is where we live. All right. So, you know what I'm saying? We could talk about how it should be all day long, but this is the way it is right now. So if we living in this type of climate, then whatever a person want in their outcome, if I know I don't want that, I'm not going to mess with them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I know that you want relationship hardcore and I don't, I'm not about to mess with you.
I'm gonna leave it alone. Yeah,
I'm gonna move you on to somebody that want the same thing you want, because I ain't about to hold you up, because I don't want that. If you that type of person that don't want that, then don't do that with that person. It's so many other people you can do this casual thing with. Like, you just got to have that person. So you know, like, you don't have to do that. So we could take some type of accountability in that space as well. It can go both ways. But sometimes that's how it goes. It's like, because people want certain outcomes, they will rush or not rush the process in the beginning. And so, you know, so if a person is casual, hey, they like whatever, dog, because do your thing, because I'm doing me over here. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
because I don't think people recognize. I don't think people. Tay, that was a really dope point, bro. Because I don't think people
Mm-hmm.
recognize that other people are on that level until they start talking to them.
Right,
And
they get deep
sometimes they
into
get,
it.
yeah,
Yeah,
sometimes they get too deep into
yeah.
it. Yeah.
They get
Where
deep
you
into
at,
it,
Boozy?
and they're like, oh my
Yeah.
God. Yeah, go ahead, Jay.
Yeah. Where you at, Boozy?
I think these people that let their desires determine their pace has been programmed to the fact that they think they don't have time.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
If you want to invest in something, it takes time to invest in something. You know what I'm saying? We can gain all we want to. We can acquire a lot of shit. But to invest in something, you know what I'm saying? And that's for people that kind of want, you know, long-term courtship, marriage, all that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about the casual dater. I'm talking about somebody that wants that. And their desire to have that probably, you know, up tempos, that pace, sort of, you know what I'm saying, to the point of almost too impatient. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I think they were programmed to the fact that they think they can't take their time.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little. It's a little based on society too. See, you know, these people own a microwave.
Microwave always on high.
You know what I'm saying? Always on high, right? You know what I'm saying? These people own a microwave. These people can order online.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the society we live in. We
Mm-hmm.
live in an on-demand society. So for some reason, you think that your vested relationships is gonna come in the same atmosphere, and it's not.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Said relationship is gonna be, you know what I'm saying, whatever you promote the time to. If you want that on-demand relationship, that's gonna be that on-demand level.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be that. You know what I'm saying? And it you know what I mean. A lot of people think they don't have time to invest. You know what I'm saying? I've heard a lot of people that be like, man, I gotta go through this. What's your favorite color thing and all this stuff all over again? You say that a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean. You feel like you don't think you have time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I like I said, we live in an on-demand society. You know what I'm saying? Like premiere movies, everything is at the fingertips now. Smartphone, everything is at. So you think you want what you want when you want it, especially when it comes to other people. That's not going to work.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying? That's not going to work at all. You're going to get exactly the time vested in what you're putting it in. You know what I'm saying? If you know, just like cooking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you rush the process, you're gonna get the byproduct of
It's
the
not gonna
rush
get done.
process.
Yes, you are.
Not gonna
You
get
know what I'm
done.
saying?
Not gonna be done
So
properly.
if you know what I'm saying, you know anybody that cooks like that for just love to have the like cooking, you know what I'm saying, or just attracted to the idea, takes their time because they know in that vesting of time is going to be a product that's going to be so good that it was worth taking all that time and dirtying all them pots and pans and taking 4 or 5 hours to prepare, right?
Mm-hmm.
Likewise in relationships, take your time. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like you might think you at a certain age range, you know what I'm saying, that doesn't have much time left. You know what I'm saying? But if you want what you want, and if it's that longevity, then you have to take some time allotted. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It got to be
Yeah.
some type of time allotted.
Yeah.
So I think people are programmed to be like, I ain't got time for that.
Yeah.
I need this right now. Like I need
Yeah.
this to go because I want it. That's that desire, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I want it now. This
Mhm.
JG Wentworth. It's my money. I want it now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So I think people
Commercial,
program
dog.
with that, man, and that's a bad thing. So you know, the more time you put into something, and it differentiates between people and how they work their stuff. But a fact is, you know what I'm saying? Because just like what Rob said, man, we ain't trying to tell people how to think and all the other type of stuff.
Right.
We're just telling you to think.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, it's a generality. There is a procedure. There is a rule. There's a way of method to everything. And people want to cut off the way of method, cut off the rule, cut off the law of it because of the way they feel or what they want.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
Yeah.
There's a rule and method to everything.
Yeah.
If you want to get to know somebody for the rest of your life, underlined, there is a method to do that.
Yeah.
There's a procedure to do so. You know what I'm saying? And some people want to rush that fact. So if you want to rush that fact, you're going to get somebody that'll be like, all right, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's fine. You want to rush the process too. I don't feel like doing all this stuff either. But you get the byproduct of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't blame that on nobody else either.
Like fellas, we talked about this for a reason, and like this is an ongoing conversation just amongst millennials, whatever you want to call us, but just society today. Are we gonna be able to get past this shit? Like for real?
No.
No.
And the quicker you accept that, the better. No. This is going to be. Even Jesus Christ himself said in the Bible, the poor shall be with you always. The ignorant shall be with you always. The rushing society, listen, will be with you always.
That's fact. Hopefully that is what it is.
Always. The crazy will be with you. I'm sorry, I'm about to go Baptist. Listen, can I get a witness? That's how the Baptists always do it. They always ask for a witness. I don't know why when they preach, they always ask for a witness. You ever been to a Baptist church? Anybody?
I don't think so, but
yeah, I know you haven't, Jay. But anybody ever put a one in the chair? Ever been to a Baptist church? And he always say, "Can I get a witness? Anybody here? Can I get a witness?" That's he's looking for validation. Is all he's looking for. Ain't nobody
right. I'm thinking that. Yeah.
Can I get a witness? Okay, look. So look, Naomi laughing, Sean saying you yes, and Naomi put a one and another one, and Leisha like yes, Lord. Okay. So look, it's all right. So like I noticed too, like this, it's gonna always be with us because we refuse to change the way we date. We refuse to change it. We refuse it. She said, "Preach, sir." Thank you. Can I take my time? No. We refuse to do anything different. We like, okay, I desire you, I like you, so this should work. This should work, right? And then anything that's it. Yeah, based on that alone, that should get me in the door of potential. And so because we won't change that we won't change that, then we kind of go through the motion of getting to know somebody, learning somebody, whatever the case may be, and then you find out all the stuff that you can't deal with, but you're gonna skip over it because you want what you want so bad. And so because of that, it's gonna always be this way because no one wants to change. We live in a society of rebelliousness, man. We rebel everything. It's like anything that was method, like you said, Jay, that had principles to it, we rebel against it. Why?
There you go.
Because because it's not what we desire. Our desire always goes against order.
And say that one more time. Say that one more time. Say.
Your desire always goes against the order. So when your desire goes against the order, first thing you do is rebel. So you're going to do it your way no matter what. You're going to put that circle in that triangle no matter what. And you're going to make it fit. And then when it fits in there, just because it fit, you like, okay, cool. But it's fitting improperly. It's not fitting correctly. So when it's time to fix it, and you try to take that circle, that mistake you made out of that triangle, is going to take you more time to remove it than it was for you to put it in there. You see what I'm saying? All because we won't change our desire. We won't change. We want to be who we are. We want to remain the same way and get the best results. That's crazy. Yes. That is crazy. Yeah. You cannot do that. You cannot be the same. You are the same type of man, the same type of woman you was in all your other relationships. And you still want the cream of the crop of everything, but you don't want to change. You will never get what you want. You're gonna always
see no fault.
Yeah, you want to. You're gonna no faults in nothing. Emotions of the up and down relationship thing because you don't want to change. And if you just keep it real with yourself, and just say, hey, I want to be for the streets. If that's what you want to be for the streets and you want to be a bust down, then be the best bust down you ever been. But don't waste your time with somebody who don't want that. Like, be real with yourself.
That's the issue. Nobody want to be real
Be
no more.
honest with yourself.
Nobody want to look at themselves in the mirror no more.
You don't rush this man over here who just like, yo, I'm just on the casual, I'm chill, I ain't doing all that. You want to rush him and make him feel bad about being on the chill just because you want to hurry up and be a wife and you don't know how to cook yet. You don't know how to. Man, listen. Rollo, did you ask that on purpose for me to do this? Because
I think I did.
Okay, Jay gonna flip this. I know he gonna flip this. I know he gonna flip
the hell out of it.
Listen, man, I'm sorry, y'all.
Snip
This is
my
ridiculous
neck.
to me. You know, this bam. This is ridiculous to me. It's like you don't know how to be agreeable. You don't know how to do all the things that really make a wife be a wife, but you just want to have the position of it. You want to have the position. But you don't want to have the responsibility of it. So then you're saying, "Oh, he's not moving fast enough, so I have to move on." Oh, he's like, "I'm cooking. I gotta. Can I get a witness? I got 2 witnesses.
Oh, we punching that
3 witnesses. All right,
you're right.
I'm just saying, you want to be something you haven't studied. You want to be something you haven't learned. No one taught you to be. You trying to wing it with me? I'm a human being. You're not about to figure out how to be yourself around me at my expense. All because your desire is so great. Your desire is so crazy that you just want to rush me to give you what you want, but you don't want to change. You don't want to become better. You don't want to enhance yourself. You don't want to incline your skill set as a human being. You want to still be the same. Do you want me to still be the same? No. You can't be the same. The way you are at 30, you ain't going to be at 40. The way I am right now at 40.
Hopefully you're not.
Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully you made some type of progression.
Hopefully.
But you can't be talking about you want to be the same. That's why I'm saying it's never going. We're going to always go through this. That's why if you notice, I don't know, from last season to now, my whole thing has changed of, okay, I'm talking to the people who want this, who desire this for real, and they are intentional about it, and they actually doing the work. Because everybody else, you're gonna have to learn on your own. You hear us. Oh, I can hear Jimmy. I can hear Jimmy, right? You hear us. But you haven't had enough experience yet to understand what it is that we're talking about it. See, once you get the experience, then you can see the fruits of your labor in life. But you don't rush other people to give you the fruit that you're the one that want. You want it, but you don't want to plant no seed. You don't want to do the work that it takes to become the very thing you desire. You desire to be a wife. I know I'm a wife. I know I'm a husband. I know I'm a wife. I know I'm a husband. But you don't do even with yourself. You don't do nothing with yourself to make you believe that. But you want to campaign that rhetoric to someone else so they can believe it.
Somebody ran with grandmama's words, huh?
You feel me?
Somebody just ran with it, huh? You was strong.
He got me going.
Miss Smiley, Miss Smiley, I apologize. I apologize. I am head of content. But my brother cooking, so I really don't give two whatever right now. Let's go, busy.
Man, like it's crazy. It's crazy, and I'm just saying, this desire thing has taken crazy levels. Last season on Coffee we did desire versus logic, and I'm telling you, when those things will always battle. That's the reason why we're gonna always go through this. That's why when you actually find that person, that one, whoever they may be in your life, whether they're your husband, wife, friend, confidant, lover, whatever it is, when you find that person and you start comparing that to what's out here, trust me, a light bulb will go on at some point. It should, at least. Now, if it don't, check your bulb. If your light ain't popping, check your bulb. All right.
Check your breaker, baby.
Turn that boy a little bit.
Breaker. You might want to turn it. you might want to open the door.
That's facts.
And check the bug. Check the bug. Check the bug. Open the door. Now check your bug. Go ahead and check your bug. Your license is coming up. Check the bug.
He cracked that boy open. There's new kids in the classroom, man. Everybody's trying to, everybody's trying to learn the same sentence from the beginning, man. We always made that concept of the kid that hears something in the back of the class by the time you get the front to it.
Right.
Totally different.
Totally different story.
There's new kids in the classroom, and the old ones that know the story.
I don't
ain't
like
there no
this
more.
nigga. I don't like this nigga. I really don't.
That was classic though. The way he did that door creak, that was classic. And check your bug.
Check your bug. Check your bug.
You gotta expect it from Tay. You
I
still
don't like
don't. But you just
I don't
have
like
to, man. Like it's just
I
crazy.
don't like this nigga.
Go ahead, hey, Ronald, go ahead and get us going, man. I'm bad, dog. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jay. I'm sorry.
Nah, you could
I'm
have.
sorry, man.
I know.
It was an open moment. I just saw it, man. I need help, man. I need help. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Jay.
No, I'm good. Nope, go ahead, move on.
Man. Hey, shout out to my brothers, man. Hey, shout out to Busy, man. You was cooking on that one, my guy. Let's go. Hey,
Definitely
Busy. One time for the one time. One time for the one time. Pull.
Oh, what's up? What up? Pull.
One time for the one time.
Uh-huh.
Pull. Let's go.
I got to cock it first, you know what I'm saying? Put that bullet in the chamber.
Oh man. Hey, fellas. That was dope. I think we need to talk about that.
Yeah.
'Cause I think that's an underlining like relationship issue. You know what I'm saying?
It definitely.
Like I don't think that's thought about a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brother, man. Shout out to the Americans on live right now. We see y'all. We appreciate y'all so much. Y'all know what time it is, fellas. But before we go into what time it is, I want to say one more time, man. Q&A. If you got a question throughout the whole show for the boys in the mailroom, man, please make sure you put it in the comments. Make sure you put Q&A in the comment again so we can start. And we're going to holler at y'all at the end of the show, man. And again, don't be afraid to hop on in this fire. And real quick, before we move on, make sure, just so you know, the Mailroom After Dark show is popping off May 12th, 8 o'clock until 8 p.m. until we're going to be rocking out. Please come in and join. It's an open panel. We're going to have a lot of fun. If you were here for the last season's Mailroom After Dark, man, it was so dope. We had some amazing guests, and we just had a lot of fun, man. This is when you can really get to know the brothers, and we just chop it up. Obviously, we're gonna have a topic, but it's really just open discussion, man. It's just really for us to appreciate our fans, or appreciate our viewers, and just to have a good time, man. So make sure you all are here May 12th at 8 p.m., man. We're going to go in. You know what I'm saying? Hey, fellas, y'all know what time it is, right?
What time is it?
It is time for the feature topic of the week. Let's get it. Yeah.
This time I didn't put it on repeat. Last time I was
this time.
Right, we did a couple different times. Like they got two? They got three? Feature topic of the week, man. This is dope. Did victimization, fellas, become the norm? Did victimization become the norm? Busy, man. Start us off on this one real quick, bro.
All right, I'm gonna start you off. I ain't gonna be long-winded. So I took the poll, and 100% of the people said yes. 100% say yes. I agree with the 100%. We have normalized it so much to the point where we have people in Congress trying to normalize it even more. That's another story. I'm not going to go deep into that. However, it has become a norm because it kind of mirrors the issue at hand that we have, which is being able to accept responsibility, being able to accept when we have caused some things in our own life that are self-inflicted. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things that we deal with is self-inflicted, and we try to utilize that self-infliction to victimize ourselves and try to use that as a way to present ourselves to people as a victim. You know what I'm saying? Like this, because of this happening to me, this is the reason why I am the way I am now. I used to be a nice person. I used to be kind. Now I'm just like whatever. You know, it's like based on a situation that happened to you, and when you probably had multiple signs of you need to get away from this particular individual or circumstance or situation or whatever. And so it's become norm to the point where the abnormal is normal. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Right.
like even the very things that goes against all things that make sense, all things that are like Jay said earlier, that have a method and principle to it, everything that goes against it, that's become more normal now. So if you don't accept people for who they say they are or think they are based on whatever feeling they have, they become the victim. And now you become the person that's the predator. You become the abuser. You become the person because you don't agree with it. Then you become the person that don't understand that's this, and that, and the other. And so we live in that kind of society right now where
Mm-hmm.
it goes down like that. And so what happened is because society is driving this victimization, it trickles and spills over into our relationships. Even on the job, it's people that's on their job. You know you didn't do a good job. These people always messing with me. If I hear that at somebody saying that at a job, like who messing with you? My supervisor always messing, always watching me because you never meet your quota. Listen, I know a person one time, right? I ain't gonna say no name. I used to talk to this chick. I used to date her for about a good little while. And she would do this. Like she would have conversation with me. And she would always talk about the people at her job is bothering her because she always showing up late and smelling like vodka. And I said to her, I'm like, they're not
Really?
messing with you. You keep showing up late. This is why you got rolled up. You know what I'm saying? And then we had the whose side are you on conversation. And I'm like, look here. Proof is in the pudding. All right. I know you was late a few of those times. Don't tell me how, don't ask me how I know. I just know. Okay. Anywho. So I know. Like, so at the end of the day, you late. You always late. You late. So that's why they not even bothering you. They're letting you know, like, hey, we see this. And we giving you chance after chance after chance. So why you keep coming up late? And then we getting the word that you smelling like, you know, the white stuff. So at the end of the day, it's like, yo, it's you. It is you. It's no one else but you. And now you want to be like, they messing with me. No, you're late. Every single time you go to work late, they tallying that up. And you're doing it last minute. You wait until wee hours of the morning to call your supervisor and say, I ain't gonna be in today. Over what? For what? Just so you can chill at home. So at the end of the day, that's what it is. It's like they turn that into a victimized circumstance. It's like you showing up late to work all the time, and now they're bothering you. You're giving them a reason to bother you.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of like that analogy that I'm using is the way it is in a general sense all over society, all over. Every time you talk to somebody, the first thing they want to say is, why are you judging me? Like, ma'am, sir, you're low-hanging fruit. I'm not judging you. I'm looking at the tree by the fruit it bear.
Yeah.
That is not judgment. That's called recognition. I'm recognizing you. I'm seeing you for who you are. I don't have to judge you for that.
That's
At all.
discernment.
Yeah, man.
Right.
That's discernment, exactly. That's discernment. So excuse me for having a skill set that you don't particularly have. That's not mine. That's a you problem. That's not a me problem.
That's what it is. Where
That's
you
all.
at, Jay?
Yeah, man.
Man.
I know, right?
You're like, man.
That man was still serious. Wasn't so Rollo. He's like, man. Look.
This current society that we lived in is the most unintelligent,
Let me go mute.
undermined, sensitive people I've ever seen in the course of me living in the years I've lived.
Let's go.
Like this current generation, and and we're talking about the generation that that is of now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about also the people that's not of this generation that included themselves, their morality from this generation. I'm talking about y'all asses too. The most sensitive, undermined group of people I've ever seen in my life. Like I don't want to. Nobody has a backbone. Nobody you know what I mean? It's sickening, actually.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
It is.
Like, to the fact of kids growing up to maturity from a woman and a man's perspective to... That's why when Tay said it trickled all the way to Congress, if you think about that, that is incredible. The way how people are in this day and age, man. I mean, this is just... I mean, it's just wild. Like, how did we get here? You know what I mean? I think we got here because of all the back rubbing we've been doing about all of these subjects and things that matter. You know what I'm saying? Like back rubbing. People just telling you that it'll be okay despite the fact of how you feel, despite the fact of who you are. You know what I'm saying? There's no, like we said before, the methods and the rule set and the law, you know what I'm saying, the original beget laws of certain subjects. I'm talking in general philosophy, right? The rules and, you know what I'm saying, methods of certain things has been thrown out. Mainly by people's beliefs in things, or mainly by people's defense of their emotions about situations. I mean, we're throwing laws and rule sets out because of this.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And so you produce a civilization that is so back rubbed that anything that happens in the rule set or method, then you have a problem with it because, like, emotionally you can't get with it, or you're too you're not intelligent enough or humble enough to get with it. You know what I'm saying? And it produces this group of people, and I can't believe this is produced more in the concept of men toward women and women toward men that has ever been. Like, that's where you really see the product at.
Yeah.
Is men victimizing because of women and women victimizing because of men.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's the gender clash that you see it the most in. And it is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I never thought, and I wonder why the old heads were so pissed. You know what I mean? Grandmama and them was always, they were sweet, but they were mad, dog, because they seen the way it was going.
This world crazy, baby. Crazy world.
You know what I'm saying? Right. They see the way, not even the simple things is being debated now. It's retarded. Like,
yes.
And to the point that me as an 80s baby, before I was like, I don't see what you're talking about. In my teenage years, young 20s, I'm just living my life. Whatever, they crazy. Old people. That's how I thought. But as I got older, I'm like, they were right.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Then you had a generation after the generation and the generation after that, and all of a sudden it became willy-nilly. Like, everything is what it is. And do you not dare to say anything about it being wrong. So if we don't have any boundary to anything, then you have no progression in anything. You don't have no stature in anything.
Say that one more time, Jay.
No foundation in anything.
Say that one more time, Jay. Say that one more time for the people in the back. Say that one more for the people in the back.
If you have no rule set and method to if you try to remove every rule set and method, if no rule set or method is internalizes in anything or everything, if everything's gone, then you have no progression. You don't have no foundation in anything.
Yep.
X.
How are you going to depict? We got to the point that how can we depict things are right or wrong? How? We just threw out the truth because you felt bad about the truth.
X.
You know what I'm saying? If I didn't look at you know, if I don't look as handsome as the other guy, then I gotta have a whole campaign about the undermining of me. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I'm not intelligent enough as the next person, I gotta have a support group for my thing. I'm sorry, it's retarded to me. Yeah. And so if you and I know I'm talking philosophical, and I hope somebody's getting it.
Yes.
Because I'm bringing it all the way down to the camaraderie between men and women. If you have back-rub people trying to get together, you know what I'm saying? All they doing is draining each other. That's exactly what they said. Mm-hmm. It's a drainage. You're not doing anything. Ain't nothing happening. If I can't tell you to correct yourself, you will never be corrected. You will never have no progression. Mm-hmm. And if you want to stay there, so we're the topic, man. I'm just gonna put a foot out there and say, men on this panel just will leave you there. If you don't want to progress, we'll just leave you there.
That's real.
I'm not dealing with no victimized ass woman.
Real.
You made your decision. I'm fine.
I'm fine with that. Like I'm cool. If every like we said in previous podcasts, man, if every previous sessions that we had, if every other relationship you had was their fault, then I'm gonna leave you there. All right, go ahead and enjoy your reality, because that's what everybody else is doing. Everybody got their own television on, enjoying their own reality about the situation. That's basically what's going on. So you want to talk about facts. If you want to talk about reality, then come holler at me. Because I was taught back then to rely on reality and facts. The truth of the matter. The truth of the matter. You know what I'm saying? I said last season, if I give everybody a pen and ask them how long it is, everybody will say something different. That's just the society we live in. Everybody got their own opinion. But as soon as the ruler come out, I ain't even trying to hear what you talking about no more.
Right. That's
just the end of it. And so victimization is, since I have the way I feel about it, I'm gonna accuse you for assaulting the way I think about it. I'm gonna accuse you for it. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been walked over all my life, and now you telling me that there's something wrong with me? That's messed up. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, I've learned about common denominators in math class. Not with women.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I learned how to figure out the common denominator. If it's you, it's just you. You know what I'm saying? But it's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to fix. It's okay to think. But we have such a back rub society. It's like, okay, you're deficient in this category. Stay deficient because that's a part of your character. That's retarded. I'm sorry. I'm saying it like it is. That makes no sense. All you have to do is find out your deficiency and better them. That means you have to identify them and then change them. That's just it. And if you have a support group around you for that makes more sense. Mm-hmm. Not the support group that admire your deficiencies.
Yeah.
So the victimization it became just the normal. Like, what have you been through? Me too.
Right.
I've been through a factor of that too. You know what I'm saying? Get a group of women all this stuff. I get a group of men all say, "Oh, these women are crazy, man. Yeah, she did me wrong too. Yeah, mine did that." And then got a group of women like, "Yeah, all men are like, ain't they crazy?" This is what I say to myself. It's became a norm. It's because it's because of it's a saturated idea of a society to think nothing less of the fact that we are too indulged in ourselves and removing all of the concepts of normality. You know what I'm saying? It's too much of a concept not to think that, because that's exactly what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's redundant. You know what I mean? And now I got to the point that, now you know what I'm saying, whatever you deficient in, whatever you not progressing as fast in, it's okay. It's all right. Not a legitimate disadvantage. Mm-hmm. It's just for the fact that you didn't take the time to upgrade yourself. I'm not talking about, you know what I'm saying, I'm not being political when it comes to people with actual disadvantages. I'm not talking about that. You know what I mean? I'm talking about people that have a disadvantage and a certain understanding, like relationships. For the fact, if you keep it surface, like relationships, and you don't do your due diligence. Like you got a problem with men, ask men. That's all you gotta do.
Are you gonna ask?
You
Are you
got a
gonna
problem.
you gonna ask another bro who been through exactly what you've been through, how to get over what you're going through?
You know what I'm saying?
Handle your business.
Ask men. First of all, you gotta identify a man because
Yeah, you got to figure out what a man is because men don't even know what a man is. Women don't even know what women are, obviously, for some reason. So yeah, go ahead, Jay.
You see what I'm saying? So yeah, I really believe that, man. And to go back to the last question that Rob introduced, like, are we ever gonna get past it? This is the reason why we are blanketing everything. We're just covering it over. We're just gonna put whipped cream on the nastiest cake and just call it your birthday, regardless.
Whipped cream,
it's soft. People are soft as hell.
Yeah.
That's just a soft civilization. Like it's just a soft ass society. It just is what it is. Somebody tell you need to get your ish together. This is what I grew up with. Get your ish together. Just get it together. Stop worrying about everybody else and get your stuff together. Do what you gotta do. Didn't we hear it like that?
Yes, worse.
We heard it just like that.
Yeah, we keep and
we could have cried all we want to, and we probably got beat for crying.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? It's like, get yourself together. Don't cry about it.
Right.
Do what you gotta do.
Right.
And so we had that type of thing. Well, of course, people debate that now.
Yeah.
So we grown that. So now I'm looking at the society like, you know what I'm saying? These little kids, you know what I mean? We grew up with, hey, dude got a problem with me. We're going to stand toe to toe and figure out who the bigger man is. At the end of the day, we're going to show respect and get it on with, and we're going to go about our business. But now, so people quit to end somebody's life because it's easier.
Yeah. You
see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is society we live in.
Yeah.
Victimization, dog, all the way through.
Yeah.
That's just me, man.
And it's about we're going backwards though with this thing too. We're going backwards,
right?
And we're calling it progression when it's actually digression. You're going backward. Mm-hmm. You're not even progressing anything. All you're doing is all a person got to do. So see, this is the thing. We're not careful with this. If we're not careful with this, you will become the victim. Will become the predator.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You will evolve into that very thing that you despise if you do not learn how to brush that off you. You got to have some type of assertiveness, there has to be a level of toughness in you that allows you to be able to move on without having these emotional reactions like we were talking about earlier, these feeling bad, and feeling sad, and feeling. Listen to me. If I'm on aisle 13 and I say, hey, ma'am, you dropped your purse and she didn't want to listen to me because she thought I was trying to get with her, and I see somebody else steal some money out her purse. Right,
exactly.
Okay, I've seen this before plenty of times where a man was pulling up like, ma'am, and she was like, what? I got a man. Oh, okay. I just want to let you know you got a flat tire in your car. Oh, can you help me? No, I'll get your man to do it. And he scurried off. I seen the video like that. I was like, that's my man right there. Because I'm gone.
Right.
I'm gone. Because I ain't got time for you. You know what I'm saying? And this is the thing. That victimization mentality is like, okay, let me go ahead and disrupt everybody else's thing because I couldn't get that thing either. Because I couldn't get it. Nobody else gets it. And that's sad, man. So much so to the point where people will embellish and exaggerate their pain just to get some type of attention. To the point where you see this on your news feed over and over and over again. Now here it is. You will have one group of women that say, hey, we are queens and we are beautiful and we are women, and hear us roar or meow. Right? Yeah, roar or meow, either way, right? And then you have a body of women that don't mind twerking every day, all day on their reels, on their short videos. You see a bunch of women using this. They victimizing themselves, but they want you to call them queens. But you had your queen booty in for 17,000 likes. But you want me to treat you with the most upscale respect. You don't want men to objectify you sexually, but you'll sexually objectify yourself.
Right.
How hypocritical is that?
It's funny, man.
If someone objectifies you, then all of a sudden you become the victim.
It's funny.
Yeah.
It's
funny.
I mean, I don't understand that.
I don't understand how people want to victimize themselves for how their life turned out. Because either like your life turned out a certain way because of circumstances or by choices.
Come on now.
Circumstances or choices, and neither. I mean, whatever happens, it happens. It's fine. But to use that as a crutch,
right?
To use that to use that as a crutch, and to use that to claim you deserve this, or this happened to me, so I should get this, and not this happened to me. No, first of all, if it happens situational wise, do what you gotta do to make sure it don't happen again. And if it happened by choice, do what you gotta do to make sure that don't happen again.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
It's all blessings and lessons.
You can't victimize yourself for either one. I don't get that.
Exactly.
I don't get that.
That person is very dangerous. They will create a narrative that ain't true when you become like that. You will paint a picture in your mind. It's willful naivety. You will create a picture in your mind that's only for you, and then you would try to project that image onto someone else so they can believe it for you to feel better about yourself. When really you want to be for the streets. I'm gonna say it again. You want to be for the streets. You're pretending to be whatever this beautiful rosy picture that stuff you painted.
Right.
You painted this rosy, and this is a people thing. This ain't a man-woman thing. This is a people thing. Men do it too. They paint themselves as the most respectable person, and I love them. Then you get to know them, and it's like they're a whole different person. And so you want somebody else to believe the image that you built for yourself to make yourself feel good. So you project it on everybody else. And the image is always the same. It's always positive. It's always rosy. It's always this story about yourself that is so great and so grand that you can post it on Instagram and you can post it on Facebook and everybody like it and love it and they love it and like it. And the people who really know you, they're oddly quiet. Because they know that you are clearly lying.
I call cap.
Cap.
Fun, bro.
I'm calling cap, and this is the reason why. This is the reason why we need to get off this bularchy. Okay, we need to get off of it because it's unnecessary. You're too big and too old to be acting like a victim. You too big to be acting like you don't know what you're doing.
Right.
And you too old to act like you don't see what other people are doing to you if you want to protect what it is about you that you're trying to progress in. Because I'm gonna tell you something right now. No one is going to bully me to think anything differently of myself than what I have progressed to become.
That is fact.
It's a lot of hard work that goes on over here. Okay. And I be damned if I'm gonna let any of you foolish people say anything to me crazy. I'm gonna be in jail just like this. Yana, he killed him.
Shoot him in the head. Shoot him in the head, kick him in the throat. I tried to call you, but the line was busy.
Hit him in the head, shot him in the stomach 4 times. I tried to call you, but the line was busy. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Real talk.
Nice, man.
You ain't about to bully me. You're not about to bully me to say, oh, I'm homophobic or I'm transphobic because I don't agree with the fact that you feel like you are a man or a woman when you're clearly lying.
Right.
Now, and then this is the problem. Like Jay said, you got a group of people that will coddle that person like, man, don't treat them like that. They're a human being. Listen to me. They're trying to bully you. They're trying to make you think that they are something that they're not.
Right.
And you want me to agree with that. And if I say no, I don't agree with that, instead of you respecting me like you want the respect that you want, you would try to force it, so much so to the point where you would go all the way to Congress so they can sign a bill for pronouns and nouns and adjectives and adverbs and prepositional phrases and soliloquies and stanzas. You know what I'm saying?
And similes and hyperbolas.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you would go all the way through to do this. The Canadian 2015, the Canadian government passed a law called Bill C-16 to the point where people had no choice but to use these words for certain groups of people. Listen to me. If I don't agree with using those words for those group of people, then that's fine. I don't have to call you that. What's your name? Kim. Okay, Kim, what up? What up, Kay? Kim, what up, though? Hey. You using the fax machine? No? All right. I ain't gotta
Easy. Right.
You don't have to be in the same vein as you or whatever you believe. Listen, whatever you think you are, I don't care. But you're not going to force feed me some BS to make yourself feel good. You know? And if that costs me my life, then it's going to cost me my life. But that's it. I'm not doing it. And that's the thing that has to trickle down even in relationship. When you have come to a place in your life where you know who you are, stop compromising yourself every single time just because you want to feel good. You want to feel good about yourself. So you want to compromise the type of person you pick so that way you can continue to feed the beast of feeling good. Now you've been eating all this junk food. You don't know when you got a good plate of food that's cooked fresh in front of you because you've been eating this bullshit.
Right. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And because I don't want to feed it to you, you like, but I want it. I got to have it. I got to have the hot Cheetos. It's like, what's wrong with you? You're eating junk. I'll give you something fresh, cooked, straight up. Boom. You can't have that. It don't my taste buds. No, you need to elevate the taste buds, baby. Because right now you just be eating Pookies, Ray Rays.
Pookies and Ray Rays.
That's all you've been on. That's all the food you've been eating lately. You know what I'm saying? And now when you get something real in front of you, you're like, oh man, I don't even know how to handle that. Yeah. I eat that candy. Yeah.
Because you've been eating nugs.
All the pig feet. All the hog.
Great discussion, my brothers.
Man.
Hey.
Appreciate you, Smile.
Hey. At the beginning of the show, I say every show, man, we got a good one for you. And like I always mean it, I say it because I mean it today. I mean, hey, I think we touched some topics that, been flying under the radar. And I'm glad we touched on some of this stuff today for sure. Shout out to all the mail carriers catching the live show. And you know what it is, man. If you won't see us now, see us later. Make sure y'all hit us up on all our platforms, man. You know what I'm saying? Right now, we're about to go into the Q&A portion. But while we waiting on that, just make sure you hit us up on all our platforms. Obviously, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Mailroom Network, man. We appreciate y'all. We see the growth. We see the views, and we just want to say thank you for all of that. Make sure you holler at us on Facebook, the Mailroom Network, and also follow us on IG at the Mailroom View. You know what I'm saying? Holler at your boys, man. Holler at us on there. Send us a message, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the pic, you know what we do. We appreciate y'all so much. Also, if you ever have a topic that you want to get discussed right here on the Mailroom Network, make sure you hit us up on our email, the mailroom313@yahoo.com. We guarantee whatever topic you put in there, it can be about anything that you want to be discussed right here on the Mailroom Show. Absolutely. It will get discussed, man. Me and brothers take y'all topics very seriously. So we love getting content from our viewers. So please send us an email on that. We're going to go into the Q&A right now. Again, if you got a Q&A, go ahead and hit in the chat. We got maybe a minute or so left. So if you got a comment or a question, make sure you put it in the chat. But other than that, man, I told y'all we came with the fire today, man. How y'all feeling, fellas?
Feeling good, man. How about you, Jake?
I like the fact that it was like Miss Smiley said, I love the fact that it had to deal with accountability. But I like the fact that the topics today was mostly psychological, just to make you think, man.
Yeah.
Like, we ain't always got to talk about, why women do this and why men do that, man.
Yeah.
Like, we can actually get into the way people think. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's the reason why, I would like more camaraderie in that, of course, like comments and whatnot. But I also appreciate the fact that it's, kind of like, it's like it's like one of those things that people ain't really thought about, so it get kind of quiet in the chat room, and that's what's up. If we hitting those light bulbs, that's what's up. I actually, and that's why I see, what I'm saying, with the fact that I don't look at it as like, oh, ain't nobody saying nothing. I'm looking at the topics we have. Might be a little vast that people need to think about a little bit. That's what's up.
That's a good point, man. Like I think, and just amongst all of us, man, like when we had these conversations, these conversations make all three of us think. Like I said, we said it before, like this show came from us just being boys, kicking it in our cars and having conversations that inspired thought. You know what I'm saying? And like exactly what we bring into this show is what we've been doing of our 10 plus years of friendship. Is like we just talk about things that we think about, and we hope that it can reach people in a different way. We hope that it gets y'all thinking and looking at things differently. We're not, like Jay said earlier, man, we're not trying to change nobody's minds. We're not trying to get y'all to think how we think, but this is just a perspective from three boys who have been best friends and who have really been through things and been through some things in life that have helped us grow. So that's really all it is, man. That's really all it is.
Yeah. Freely we got it. Freely we give it.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Exactly. But brothers, y'all cooked today, man. Shout out to my brothers, man. Hey, pour one real time, bro. Pour one real quick. Pour one real quick. I love these boys, man. One more time, real quick. And obviously, we're gonna keep announcing it. We got some promos coming up. The Mailroom After Dark is going down, fellas. It's going down.
Sure.
May 12th.
May 12th.
Friday, May 12th, 8 p.m. until y'all get tired of us. Because we don't get tired of y'all. We love y'all. So y'all might get tired of us. But we're gonna go from 8 p.m. until. You know what I mean? Hey, check out our YouTube channel to check out last season's show. We had so much fun, man. It's gonna be a little more turned up this season, man. So make sure y'all tune in. We love y'all, man. Thank y'all so much to all our mail carriers.
Oh man, Sean, shout out to you. Said we're doing a great job. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Sean.
Trying to do our thing, man.
We try to do what we can do when we can do it.
We appreciate that.
We out, fellas?
But yeah, brothers, if y'all ain't got nothing else, man, we gonna sign off. We love y'all, man. Y'all know what it. Oh, also, real quick, Mother's Day, Sunday, we will not have a show. The boys on the panel, we're gonna spend time with the special ladies in our lives. So we will not have a show on Mother's Day, but we're gonna holler at y'all the following week. So enjoy y'all families, enjoy the women who make y'all who y'all are, because we're gonna do that. And we'll holler at y'all the week after. Y'all know what it is.
For sure. Hey, we out.